But first, tell us what you're gonna do to take care of Mr. Henry Johnson. Yeah, have you been over to check Guam out, or just to make sure everything's good? Okay.
It was still there.
All right.
Still there. Thank you, sir. Let me just, first of all, I want to say hello to everybody. I'm from the great state, Louisiana, and my introduction talked about football, but let me just share with you. That was the football field, the business field, and the cotton field. See, I'm a cotton picker. My daddy was a sharecropper. I had 8 siblings. And every morning we'd get up and we'd go to the field. We had to work. People would say, why are y'all working in the field? See, my dad told us that all work is honor. And in those fields, the 3 that I mentioned in this book, fields of success, and honor my daddy and a good work ethic. On the back, I got the cotton field, football field, and the business field. Now, I brought this for our chairman here. Make sure I brought this. Sorry, I was late. Had a little accident coming through Atlanta. I didn't have an accident, but somebody else did, delayed me. So when I played with the Falcons, when you were late, they fined you, like being $25 a minute. That was a lot of money then. So if y'all find me and put it in the party's treasury, it'll be okay. I will do that. But let me tell you why I'm running for the 4th Congressional District of Georgia to work for y'all. So I've had many jobs, and God has been good to me and my family. See, I lost my dad when I was in college. And those of you that have lost a parent know what I'm talking about. But I still remember him telling me, boy, get up, we have to go. And my mother, she's about 5'7". Short lady, but I thought she was about 6'3" until I was in college. She didn't play. And what I bring to this district is hope, prosperity. I want to make sure that everybody is represented. We got a fellow now that's up there, and he brags about being on so many committees. He brags about all the things that he's done in Washington. You say he sent over $100 million for y'all. Any of y'all seen that? Anybody feel your children, grandchildren, schools better? Getting into corporations moving in here? See, I want to be a congressman for everybody, not just people who look like me. See, I was raised such as an American. They told me it's going to be hard to run this race because, you know, this district is 60% Democrat and about 54% African American. And I told the chairman, I said, well, at least I got a 50-50 chance. You know, being what they call a black Republican. And I said, y'all look at me real good now. You see that I'm black, so we don't have to say black Republican no more. That's what I told the Democrats the other night when I was down talking to them. Because, ladies and gentlemen, this is serious. This is not about talking points. This is not talking about just getting elected. See, Washington right now in our country, we got all lawyers. Probably 98% of them are lawyers. Now, every time you get in trouble, you could be right or wrong, you get a lawyer, he's going to laugh for you, right? He's going to get, well, I'll take that back. He's going to represent you, and they're going to get in there, and they're going to argue back and forth. But that's what we got going on right now, a lot of arguing. I don't want to argue. See, when Ronald Reagan ran for the first time as president, I was a guy that was tagged with the task of bringing Democrats over and African Americans over. I don't know whether you remember or not, but Shirley Chisholm had said that she was going to endorse Reagan. The newspaper got it, and that night she changed her mind. So Lynn Nossiter called me, who was in the campaign, Reagan's #1 guy, and said, Joe, we got some trouble. Matt Patton was the chairman of the party here, Ted Stivers as well. And they said, we need to get a Democrat. We got to get a powerful one. Y'all remember the Bo Weavers, right? See, what happens is that there are a lot of people in my family tree, they're Democrats. And I've been trying to show them the way back since. Every time I talk to them, I say, hey, you know what? As long as you can work, you got to go. Reagan called me and said, Joe, how difficult would it be to get me prominent like Republican? And I said, it'll be hard, but I can get you two. I'm the guy that went out with the grace of the Lord. And I got Dr. Ralph David Abernathy and Jose Williams to come not just on to our side, but to campaign with us. Now, some people say I did because I'm smart. I'm not that smart, but I serve Almighty God. And he has protected me and built this wedge of protection around me since I was in the cotton fields of Louisiana. See, I know the strength of the Lord. I'm not moved by talking points. I'm not going to play with your future and your kids and your grandkids. They ask me, say, what's your platform? Then I say, what's your platform? I'm going to represent you, your values. A good friend of mine out in California told me, he said, Joe, you Republicans are always trying to get way over to the right. And I said, well, okay. And I said, well, what do you mean? I said, James, we have enough Republicans and we have enough Democrats. What we need is more Americans. We need more people to stand up and pledge allegiance and mean it. We need more people to say they love the Lord and show that we love the Lord. Now, we got a Buddhist right now that's leading. Now, I don't have any issue with that, except this is one nation under God. Anything else? It's God. I heard when I came in that we were talking about immigrations and how things, to get back to some issues. I'm going to say it like this. The immigration, I believe in legal immigration. I don't believe in illegal immigration. I don't think it's right. Let me give you an example. If you're standing in line at the grocery store and I come cut right in front of you, what you going to do? One or two reactions. You're going to say, Joe, the line is back there. Or you going to ask me, hey, right? That's how illegal immigration is. And then people say, well, you know, it's okay because, you know, the kids came over here with no fault of their own. God knows I love you. I got 6 kids. 2 adopted and 4 natural. But I have to teach my kids right from wrong. When you do something illegal, it's illegal. Well, Joe, you're not passionate. Really? I love it. I honor it. And I won't stray from that. So, but it doesn't say that I got to let illegal acts go when it's our duty not to. I don't know whether y'all been over in any other country, but Mexico, for instance, if you go to that country without your passport, you get caught over there, you go to jail. No questions about it, you go to jail, and everybody says, well, that's fine. So, as long as it's legal, I think it should work. Because you got kids and grandkids. How would you feel if they cut in front of them? And I'm talking about cutting in front of an opportunity and everything. And let me tell them, I want to say this. I'm sick and I'm tired of people saying, well, you know, we Americans don't want those jobs. We gotta have those people come over here. You know, they don't do all the tomatoes. I picked cotton. And I was proud. Because any work is honorable work. Me and my siblings were able to help my daddy get off that farm. He was a sharecropper. But he always said, well, we got to work our way off this thing. He didn't blame the plantation owners. He always told us, you're not victims. God bless you. You have a free will and a free spirit. So when it comes to immigration, that's my stand. And I hope it fits with you too, if you don't want people cut in front of you. Now, it talks about abortion and some of the issues. Are you pro-life? What do you think? Life is precious. It's the only thing we have. So, I could not, in good conscience, even if I wasn't an ordained minister, life is sacred. I read somewhere that the only sin that's unforgivable is suicide. I read this. I mean, God put that much value on our life. See, I always, and God be my witness, will stand up for people that can't stand for themselves. You know, having been in a situation that I've been blessed to play football, to run a business, every time they kept saying, it's going to be hard. Yeah. The easiest thing in the world for me was to play football. Picking cotton, that was hard. Staying up all night studying, that was hard. Watching my daddy work day and night, it's hard. And he never lost faith. He always said, boy, everybody that can go got to go. And that grew up in us. So I don't like to hear people say they don't want those jobs. It's not an excuse and it's not the reality. So I want to be your congressman. I was able to, by the grace of my Lord, to build a company. I started in the fast food, the Burger King franchises. But see, when I got injured, for the first time in my life, I felt like, what did I do? I had all through college, All-American, never got hurt, missed maybe one game. Number 7 overall. Right now, if I was drafted, it would probably be like $200 million. But everything is relevant because whatever the amount is, that's God's money. I will be the steward of it. See, I knew that a long time ago. That's why that $4 a day was okay. Because that add up, and all of us did that and said, we did good today. I'm tired of seeing us in anxiety every day. Everybody's so angry and fighting back. Smile, America. Smile. Find something to smile about. Look at your wife and say, hey, baby, how you doing? Good morning. Hello. Because the Bible tells us to encourage each other and to seek good counsel. I remember my dad would come to the game every once in a while and I'd be playing real good. And I said, Dad, how did I do tonight? He said, you all right? I said, but Dad, I scored 5 touchdowns. Then he said, you something? That was his closest coming to me saying I'm proud of him. Because he didn't know how to say, I love you, boy. I knew he did. You know what I'm talking about. He loved me like nobody. But he always said, you something. So when I got to college, and they said, oh, that's Joe Proud. Like, he's something. And I said, I am. My daddy said I'm something. He was proud, and you're proud. And I want you to be proud of me. I want you to be able to say, our representative in Washington not going to embarrass us talking about crazy stuff. And then being so bold that I'm the Congress. I've provided a lot of jobs for a lot of people. I put the roofs over the heads of a lot of people. And I was the boss. But now, I want to work for you. I want you to be proud no matter where you go. That's your prophet. Oh, yeah. He is a conservative with honor. I talk to a lot of my Democrat friends. They say, well, I'm not a conservative. I said, yes, you are. You just don't know. They said, well, Joe, are you a liberal? I said, no, but I got some grandkids. I let them have their way a lot. So I just want to thank you for allowing me to get here. My mama, let me tell you, my mother, when I was born, she couldn't even vote. What did I vote? But by the grace of my God, her son's growing up now to be running for Congress of the United States of America. Now you tell me that's not a miracle. You tell me that's not something. Smile, America. We got plenty to be angry about, to be upset about. But you look at each other and you're like, hey, baby, we still here. Things are still going well. As this, Joe, how you doing? I say, I'm full of fluid and I'm ready to. My cup is running over. So, I'm not a politician. I'm a businessman. I've built a lot of businesses. I want to ask you one question. Everybody is somebody, right? My question to you is, what kind of person you want to be? The kind of person I want to be? When they see me, I don't want to say, oh, he's a football player. I want to say, that's a child of God right there. Because see, I walk in, we walk like a football player. I want to walk like I'm in the spirit. I want to walk so that I make you proud in everything I say and everything I do. So, I'm going to say this and I'm going to ask you some questions. Ask me some questions. The Falcons talk a lot about rise up, right? Remember the saying, I rise up? Well, I got a scripture for that. In the Bible, Psalm 94:16 says, rise up. The people of Israel asked the Lord to rise up against the evildoers. So we are in a position to rise up now. So I'm going to ask you to do this. I want you to rise up with Joe, a saint with Hank. Now, I want you to give me any type of ideas of what you want, questions, etc. Please. I didn't mean to be so long, but sometimes I feel that we need to actually talk to each other, not just make a speech. Yes, ma'am.
How about the Second Amendment and the Constitution?
The Constitution will be defended, ma'am, in its entirety. Next to the Bible, the Constitution is it. The Second Amendment is important. I remember reading about the Constitution and the Second Amendment. And in the time, we were under attack. We didn't have a lot of weapons. So the militia was called up, and every person, every citizen was encouraged to have their weapons for protection. Fast forward, we still need those weapons, and we still have the Second Amendment. So yes, ma'am, I defend it.
Joe,
Yes, sir.
quick question.
Yes, sir.
Do you have a primary opponent? I thought at one time
I had one.
you did. Okay.
But
We
she,
can't see this lady, but we can't seem to find her.
Miss Melanie Williams was my competitor. I sent her an email. I said, don't quit your day job, and I think she heard me.
Yeah, this-
So I'm unopposed, and I am the nominee for the Republican Party
Right.
of Georgia. And I'll tell you, every time I say that, I think about my mom. And she goes like, boy, I'm proud of you. You gonna do something to happen. So, yes.
Yeah, and the second question is, getting that out of the way, what can we do individually to help you defeat Hank Johnson
Good
in
question.
November?
The first thing I need you to do is pray for me. I was sitting on the sideline complaining, and the last thing that I think about doing, sir, was running for office. I'll tell you the truth. The Spirit spoke to me and said, get in the game. Don't you go to Abraham. And the question is asked, Joe, what did you do? And I said, I didn't do nothing. Could you have done something? Yeah. So yes, I'm up, I'm running. As a matter of fact, I'm as excited as I was when I was drafted by the Atlanta Falcons in the National Football League. So y'all got a #1 pick here if you want it. I'll run for you. It's in the NFL, I ran for touchdowns, and now I want to run for you.
I'll say
Yes.
my other
Do
question.
you have any plans to cross over to double votes over to you?
Well-
I've helped every candidate in Hank Johnson. And we haven't beat him yet.
Well, sir, I would love to ask everybody in here to do what you can to talk to your friends, families, and even some enemies that are liberal or Democrats, and ask them to consider improving themselves. Get somebody to represent you that's going to be forceful, bring opportunity, progress to this district. Don't just, how do you just get up and say, I'm gonna go vote Democrat, Democrat, Democrat? You say, well, I've been doing that for 12 years and things getting worse, not better. So, yes, sir, I encourage you to talk to people about stand up for the poor. Give yourself what you deserve. If not me, you need to replace what's there, okay? You say something to the guy that, I'd like to go. But I promise you this, and y'all need to record this. When I go to Washington, you call me, I'm coming. But more important, I'm coming to talk to you. Because I got to find out, am I effective? I don't want to wait 2 years. I want to find out what I can do to improve life as it goes for that little baby there in the future. That's what it's about, guys. You know, I'm so tired of people saying, oh, politicians are crooked. Yeah, because we allow them to be that way. Somebody work for your company, they don't do it, you get rid of them, don't you? My wife gets tired of me, she put me on the sofa. Okay, yes, sir.
Joe.
Yes.
And I know I'm monopolizing your time here, but your current assessment of the Republican congressman up there now, in terms of A, what do you see that they're doing wrong, and then B, what would be your proposal to correct the?
Let me see. That's a good question. I was in Washington last week, went to see Rob Woodall. They got a good one. He is a good one. He's the kind of congressman I like to pat myself out. Rob Woodall.
Is
In
he
Gwinnett.
Gwinnett County, right?
Yes,
Okay.
yes, sir. Now, we have some work to do in D.C. One of the things that I want to do is to get people to start being productive. You know, it's one thing to say I'm fighting and never get anything resolved. I mean, just fight. Okay, well, what's the point? I want to improve the lives of people. I want to bring opportunity here. I want to get jobs. I want these little kids to grow up and leave. I want your grandbabies to be right down the street. Because there's opportunity, there's jobs, there's hope. Let me tell you something. When I was working for Reagan in the 80s, my mom told me, baby, I heard you working for that Reagan. Baby, he gonna hurt poor people. I said, Mama, you didn't raise me that. I said, Reagan gonna get this welfare thing straight. Because I'm tired of seeing generational people grow up expecting a free check. No pride of accomplishment. So, about 6 months later, my mama called me. She said, baby, you right like that Reagan. That's all I need. And my mama said, baby, you keep going. And the rest is history. But it's always good to look back, but when you're standing there and got to look ahead, it's altogether different. Okay? So, as far as folks in the Congress now, we got some work to do. We got to have a come to Jesus meeting. Because if we're not careful, see, it's one thing to say, I'm not going to compromise. The Bible tells us to seek good counsel, to cooperate. It says, love your neighbors. It didn't say you have to kill them sometimes. No, I don't mean literally. But you know what I mean. He's talking about a rational love, not the kind of love you have for your wife or for your mother. That's the emotional love. I'm talking about a spiritual love. So yes, we got some coming to Jesus meetings to do. One of the things I'd like to be able to do is be a moderator in that, because I don't care. My 6 kids, they're all different. And my job is to get them together so they can come, they disagree but be agreeable. If we don't, we're going to lose this precious government of the people, for the people, by the people. Because the Bible tells us when it rains on the just and the unjust. It's not going to be just the Democrats getting it. We too, our homes. So one of the things I want to do is to sit down and talk to people. Listen, I've had people tell me they call this current guy that's in Washington in the 4th district, won't even call them back. No. When I'm elected, I have the same passion for you as I have for my own self. People look like me and people don't. Because that's what it calls for, isn't it? Isn't it? So yes, I want to be the real deal. Yes, ma'am. I'm sorry.
Thank you. I have witnessed Hank Johnson about 3 times in the last year. He is a total embarrassment to this country. Joe Crawford. And now, you can sit there, you can take a rest.
Thank you, ma'am. I appreciate it.
Thank you for listening.
I tell you one thing, I'd say this in closing. When I came to Atlanta, you know, I'm a country boy from Monroe. I come down there, and I was so country. We got to the airport, and I said, take me downtown. Drove the cab. Cab took me downtown College Park. My wife looked at me and go like, this it? That's what we call ooh-wee country. But I was happy to be here. So when I came in, I'm negotiating with the Falcons. And Frank Walter, president of Falcon, then told me, he said, now, Joe, because I didn't want to sign for nothing. I said, well, Joe, you know, you ought to be happy that we drafted you. You know, I said, I'm happy. I'm so happy. But I would be elated if y'all paid me. I thought my name is Prophet. I don't want to go back Joe Broke. And I told him, no cash, no dash. So I'm telling you right now that I'm about building business and consensus. I know the power of the free enterprise system. And I also know the power of spirit. Success is in all of us. There are people in this district that have lost hope. They don't know. It's like some people don't know about Jesus. If you don't know, how you going to behave? So I want to tell you that I want to replace that guy, Hank Johnson, and move forward. Sir, I would be remiss. You made a great presentation yet. Oh, okay. All right. Is that it? I'm not going to. Yes, sir.
Real quick, right at the offset.
Sure.
Right at the offset, you said, I want to work for you.
Absolutely.
I like that. That resonates with me because our, representatives have forgotten that they work for us. But working for us means working for everybody, right? The
Yes.
left, right, the center. You spoke about compromise. Nothing wrong with compromise. A lot of times it's absolutely necessary. But a lot of people these days are very quick to compromise their principles. Where do you come down with
I never compromise my principles. I encourage you to never compromise your principles, because once you do, it's nothing left. Let me tell you something. What burns me, I know what's in store of these little kids. When I see a kid look like me, little black kid walking down the street, or a little white kid, and I can see their underwear, and they walking. I'm going like, their mind sagging too. We got to try to find a way to get them to think and go like, really? Rings in your nose and bells on your toes. Oh, and rags. I was in the mall one day with my wife, and this little girl, really, I had holes all in her pants, walking down the mall. And I said, oh, wait a minute. I said, how you doing? She said, wait a minute. I said, when I was a kid, I cried all week. I had to go to school with raggedy pants. And she looked at her friend, and she goes, this guy's crazy. I paid $85 for these. And I said, and you paid too? I said, you paid for those? And she looked at me, she was like, I mean, seriously. She thought I was serious. She said, where have you been? I said, wherever you are, I don't want to be there. So that's what I'm saying mentally. We got to retrain the brain. We got to get people to rethink what we're doing. So without compromise, there's no solution. Now, I'm not saying give up anybody. It's just like I tell my kids, I compromise with them. I love them on the daddy. They say, now, you got your own room, but I pay the mortgage. I'm just being real. So compromise is great, but there is a line, like right and wrong. Not my right, not their right, but what is right. This is serious. This is not something that we play around with, ladies and gentlemen. And when I ask for a job, I know what I'm asking for, and I know what comes with it. Yes, sir.
If Hank Johnson were reelected, his first vote is going to be for Nancy Pelosi. If the people of this 4th Congressional District elect Joe Crawford to represent us, are you going to vote for someone in leadership who will actually lead the Republican Party agenda and not be an establishment person who just wants to go along and get along and reach across the aisle with the Democrat Party all the time?
Let me say this, sir. I won't compromise principles. I'm a conservative with honor. You know what that means? I won't do it. Some people, like, it's their nature to give out and to, you know. I don't do that. So that's the question. No, I would not. I will vote the way you vote. And if I don't agree, I'm gonna come talk to you. And if you tell me, well, Joe, you know what? I do it with my wife all the time. She'll tell me, we're gonna do it like this. I said, no, we do it like that. Then sometimes I come back and say, baby, you know what? You're right. And sometimes she'll say, you're right. Compromise doesn't mean principle.
Joe,
Yes,
one
sir.
more question.
Oh, I'm not in a hurry. I just don't want to hold y'all
Yeah,
long.
we're good.
Yes.
President Trump, you know, how do you feel working with him?
He's the president.
Right. And I think Mike was kind of alluding to this a little bit, but the previous speakers and the establishment Republicans seem to have a problem working with him.
Let me tell you something.
And so,
Okay.
yeah, I guess my question would be, you know, would you be more amenable to sitting down working with the president?
I will work with the president. He is a duly elected president of the United States. Me, like anybody else. If I see the president going the wrong way and I think it's gonna hurt him and you, I'm gonna say, Mr. President, have you considered this? That's what the Bible says, good counsel. So yes, I'm gonna work with the president of the United States. I think everybody should.
The two things that you both have in common, both of you are successful businessmen.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, President Trump and yourself, and you guys are used to working and compromising.
Yes, sir. And the difference between a career politician and a business person, man and woman, is that we know how to get results. See, you got to figure out to go. A lawyer's result is to create conflict. That's how they get paid. They get paid by the hour. All they have is their time. That's all they have to say. So, naturally, by nature, a business person wants results. When I was building my business, I tell the lawyers, I said, now this is what we're going to do. Y'all find a way to make it legal. Don't let them make no business decision. No lawyers. I got a lot of good friends that are lawyers, don't get me wrong. But I need them in the courtroom, not in Congress. Now, there are some good ones in Congress. Some very good ones. So, don't get me wrong. I'm just talking about the nature of a business person as opposed to a 12-year progressive. Let me tell you what he did with it. He sent out an email. Did you guys see the thing with silk and diamond?
Diamond and silk.
Yeah. Diamond and silk. But anyway, now he's using that to say that they're attacking him. He's using it as a tool to raise money for the party, right? And the essence of this conversation that they were saying that we should have the right to make money on Facebook. And he was saying, you're not. That's his whole idea. Let me tell you this about the Guam thing. It's really crazy. Right? It's funny, it's a joke, but it's stupid. But the point is,